Italy, Lamborghini's confidence in their 2018 Huracán Performante has to be substantial, in the way it introduced the auto to a number of automotive journalists who had, unsurprisingly, varying levels of experience in high-performance driving. No helmet, no driving suit, no harness, no real coaching, no instructor within the passenger seat. With just the 3-point seat belt holding us constantly in place in an auto we'd never even sat in before, using a very fast road course many of us had never driven, there we were turned loose. Yes, it turned out to let flow behind a trainer, but towards the end of the to begin for on-track sessions, we'd learned another thing very quickly: the Huracán Performante is an extremely fast and surprisingly forgiving supercar. Case in point, although there were several minor excursions off pavement from the 3-mile Autodromo di Imola course, at the end from the day, the worst damage seemed to be a scuff or two from pylon assault. So our expectations for that Huracán Performante were initially tempered by being aware of what the Lambo engineers was required to work with. Those expectations were raised when Lamborghini publicized its record run of 6 minutes, 52.01 seconds about the Nürburgring's Nordschleife circuit, turning it into the fastest lap ever turned by way of a production car, no less than until the electric Nio EP9 went faster, but whether you see the Nio a real production car is perfectly up to you. We don't, not really anyway. But lapping the ring at under 7 minutes is impressive regardless of you are driving, and performing it about 5 seconds quicker how the much more expensive Porsche 918 Spider earns you a large number of credibility. The Huracán Performante starts at $274,390, about $30,000, a lot more than the base Huracán. That premium gets you numerous of extra performance and engineering. It's naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V10. Unlike competitors, for example Porsche and Ferrari, Lamborghini is steadfastly keeping naturally aspirated engines provided that environmental regulations will permit. Makes 630 horsepower and 443 lb-ft of torque, 28 horsepower and 30 lb-ft over the regular Huracán. For performance duty, the engine receives new titanium valves, a fresh exhaust, and general performance tuning. Dry weight is listed as 3,047 pounds, about 88 pounds lighter when compared to a regular Huracán, accomplished without quitting any luxury or power-operated features. The rear half in the body is carbon fiber and composite, the leading fenders and hood, which takes care of the smallish luggage area, are aluminum. The engine is obviously formidable, though the star of the show will be the precisely tuned chassis, especially when it's in tandem while using optional magnetic suspension. Add to which the superb 7-speed dual-clutch automatic, which may convince including the most die-hard manual transmission advocates to trade their left pedal for the pair of paddles. Throw within the massive carbon ceramic brakes that don't fade, mated to your soft but streetable T-Watchwear rating is 80/20-inch Pirelli P0 Truffio's 24,530 front, 305/30 rear, as well as the Huracán Performante can be a downright tossable supercar that tolerates all, nevertheless the most egregious on-track conduct. Unlike the off-the-shelf Huracán, you never know that you are in an all-wheel drive car. It's a credit to your Haldex Gen VAWD system it can be tuned from your consciousness. Lamborghini CEO Stefano Domenicali, justifiably proud, said we're able to easily see 169 miles per hour on Imola's front straight. Given our lead flow limitation, probably the most we saw was 152 miles per hour, which still required some stand-in-it braking prior to fast approaching downhill left-hander. The Performante moves around a tad under hard braking from high speeds, but this can be after all a motor vehicle with 4,357% front-rear weight distribution, so a bit rear-end wiggle is not a crisis. it's never scary, just attention-getting. Lamborghini claims a 0.62 miles per hour duration of 2.9 seconds, and also a 124 miles per hour duration of 8.9 seconds, both credible. Top speed, Lamborghini says, is 202 miles per hour. Chassis and suspension are stiffer, which becomes especially evident whenever you select the Casa electronic chassis mode. This one is perfect for track-only use unless you're among those few masochists who demand to find out the exact depth and width of the pothole all the time. Choose Strada for your city and Sport for spirited rural driving. Even in Strada, however, the performance ride is actually rough on all nevertheless the smoothest roads, nonetheless it's at the very least tolerable. Feel free to paddle shift inside the city if you'd like, though the transmission is over-comfortable overtaking shifting duties, performing like several good automatic. Amazing what steps dual-clutch transmissions came. But what Lamborghini seems proudest of would be the Huracán Performance Sophisticated Aerodynamics Kit. Called Aerodynamic Lamborghini Activa, or ALA in short, it's a whole front-rear system for managing air and maximizing downforce. There are electronically controlled flaps from the front and rear, with the leading flaps opening to allow for air over the grille and under the automobile. As you move, the rear flaps send air up to your wing in heavy downforce situations. And there's a channel that could shift air in one side towards the other on the large rear wing. We're talking passenger side to driver's side and back, the way it senses which direction the auto is turning. The idea should be to adjust the downforce real-time around the inside and outside rear wheels for max grip. In all, Lambo claims a 750% surge in downforce compared to the standard Huracán. We will take Lamborghini's word with the. It will take more calibrated asses than ours to check the theory. Regardless, ALA works. Hell, the full car works. The Audi touches inside cockpit are evident, and that's a compliment. The sports seats are incredibly comfortable and plenty supportive. We suggest you would imagine before ordering the optional racing-inspired seats, as the fixed back units are awfully hard. Typical for a Lamborghini, the total Skittles box palette of colors is obtainable, including a matte orange called Orange Borealis that seems the chosen color to introduce the automobile and the media. Nevertheless, it would be well down our set of choices. Outside, you'll have in mind the performance mostly from the green, white and red rocker panel stripes that remind you that yes, you hear many German accents from the Lamborghini plant, but this can be still an exceptionally Italian car. And one that advances the brand a lot more than any of us expected. 2018 Lamborghini Huracán Performance Specifications. Price: $274,390 base. Engine: 5.2 40 valve V1063 HP at 8,000 revolutions per minute, 443 lb-ft at 6,500 revolutions per minute. Transmission: 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Layout: 2-door, 2-passenger, mid-engine, AWD coupe. EPA mileage: NA LXWXH 177.4 by 75.7 by 45.8 inches, wheelbase 103.1 in. Weight: 3,047 pounds, 060 miles per hour, 2.9 seconds. Top speed: 201 miles per hour.